Hey everyone, this is Mr. Everything, and in this video I'm going to do an unboxing and first impressions of a fairly new product. Now, Nexbelt's been out for a while, but this is a Crazy Horse. This is supposed to be all leather and American made. I believe this one specifically is made in the USA. So it costs quite a bit more, which kind of was making me not want to get it. But I wanted something that would be durable, which I'll go into here in a little bit. You can see how it works. If you've used the ratcheting belt before, it should be basically the similar concept, or if you've had a different ratcheting belt. And I wasn't sure what to go with. I started looking at the core ones first, and they had decent reviews, but it seemed like something like the leather it's just kind of a layer on top, and it in the inside was different. To where when I started looking up the Nexbelts, they mostly had a nylon or something in the middle, and a lot of people would say that this ratcheting track that would come pop out, or would wear out, or the threads would all come undone. So this one's supposed to be solid leather. Now it's probably two pieces sewn together so they can put this track in there, but I'm hoping that this one will be better. And I think in the listing it said it goes up to 45 inches, which it does. So that's the maximum you're going to get. I think maybe some other ones go up to 55, but this new one that's specifically the Crazy Horse leather, you're only going to go up to 45. So if you're bigger than that, it won't work. Now I believe my waist is a 38, but I get all my pants in a 40 just to have some wiggle room, and I wear a belt. So I think my belts are 40 and 42, and when they're leather you can just add holes, but this is a little different obviously. So my hope for this is that I won't have to cut any, so I can have the maximum length to grow into, and by grow into I just mean get fatter. And this is the belt I've been using. It's just a Carhartt, and I don't know if this is Crazy Horse leather, but I've used this for years and years, maybe 7-8 years. And you can see how durable, like where all these wear points are, how it's still really nice. And where I clip things on at, you can see it's really minimal wear. So these are probably $40-some, again, almost 10 years ago. You can't find them anymore. Like this, with the metal buckle, the ones I see that are Carhartt look a lot cheaper. So I figured I'll just go ahead and pay for the best one you can find. Hope it's as durable. I'll probably do a lot of the installation and stuff off camera. I basically just wanted to show this one because I didn't see any other videos out there. So you get your 3 set screws. I'm not sure if one's maybe an extra. So the first thing I will do is just try and put the buckle on without cutting any and see if it'll fit, if I still fit on the track. Now see, that's interesting there because it says add 4 inches, because if you're carrying, it depends on the thickness of your gun, that can add some, to where on the back here I think it said 2 inches, yeah. So for me, I'm just going to try and stick with 45 and see if that'll work. And if I can stay on the track, say you have a gun on you, can you still have enough room to accommodate all that and maybe have a little extra? I'll have to figure that out off camera. And this is a pretty decent looking, it's lightweight, so I like that. The button here is it's going to be at the bottom. I mean, maybe you could put it on the other way if you wanted your belt to work that way, but I want it on the bottom. And you can see you have these teeth. So to test fit it, I'll just go ahead and slide the belt in, clamp it down. Actually, I can just show you that now. I think it goes like, that's as far in. And that's already probably would do you just fine. but you can add these 2 set screws in, which I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to try it off camera. Yeah, let's go ahead and run this through it. Nice and secure. Looks pretty decent. Now this, I don't know if it should be conditioned. You can see how it's matte. It's going to show like every little scratch. I don't remember exactly what this one looked like, but you can see how it has quite a sheen on it now. But this one I might not wear every day, like for work or something. This might just be more of a carry belt. I'm not exactly sure yet. And they also have this in a brown, probably more of a natural look, but I figured for now I'll try the black so I don't have to worry about any really wear showing on it. And obviously it'll pretty much go with everything. Right, so for me, after trying it on, the 45, the factory length, it's just a wee bit too big. The tail end basically would be at my like 6 o'clock, or I mean my 9 o'clock position. And it's still just a wee bit loose. And what I would like is for it to be pretty close to fully with no firearm on me, and then have room to go from there. So basically it would be as tight as it can go, and then I would have that whole track to again grow into, or if you wanted to get a thicker gun to put in there, or just different pants probably have some different thicknesses as well. So I will show, I'm just going to cut 1 inch off at a time. And I'll do the first one and then for the camera, and then see if that's good, but just show that one bit if you've never done it before. Just to flip that back up was pretty hard to do. I just used this, even though I'd probably better just use a flathead. And you can see where it dug in. I'm actually surprised how clean that is. You know, it didn't tear at it or drag, it just kind of inserted right in. Now it says you can use a pair of scissors, so we'll see about that. I don't know, I might have to break out a knife. Nah, so far it looks like it's cutting right through. Wasn't exactly the cleanest cut ever. Okay, let's take a look here, see what the inside. So there is some type of plastic or something to give it a little more strength, since it's an EDC marketed belt. Does look like it's 2 pieces of leather. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. Maybe a little bit thicker on the inner part, but it looks like this kind of show piece is a little bit thinner, but that's still pretty thick. When I've seen the dissecting of some other ones, that's why I spent all this extra money. Is it's just, I wanted one that was solid leather, and this for the most part is, but you do have that extra rigidity in there. Okay, so for my trial run here, I cut 1 more inch off, so now it's at 43 inches. So they're pretty close. They said 4 inches. Well, if I'm 38 or thereabout, I'm doing 5 inches, but still pretty much, like I said, what I wanted is when there's nothing on, it's pretty close to here. So if I, again, unfortunately, if I gain weight or depends on what I carry, I'll have pretty much this whole track to expand this out. Like, it was actually okay removing 1, but there was just too much of this, we'll just call it a tail sticking out. So it's still a little bit longer, but it should be manageable. And since this leather is so thick, probably because of that that little plastic or whatever that rigidity insert is, and the addition of this track, you can keep this tail out because you know, you really don't have a keeper much beyond here, but just that it's not going to flare out, I don't think. It's a little flexible, but like here, because it's just so rigid, I don't think it's going to want to stick out. I think it's going to always kind of pull inward. So with that being said, so far, I'm pretty happy. And you can see, so this one is made in USA. That's why it costs so much, I guess. And it's better materials, again, all leather. So hopefully some other companies can do an all leather one. Now I know some people will be mad, well, you didn't put it on or show this, but I don't think that does it justice. because I think you can go on Amazon and probably buy a $20 belt, and at first it probably will be just as impressive. So I need to see, does this ratcheting mechanism hold up? Does the belt fray or show any wear? Does this track wear out, file down, pop out, teeth break, stitching come undone like I saw? Again, that was the main issue with the Nexbelt specifically, was in some of the Amazon reviews they say that it would all fray here. So, I mean, the stitching could still fray, but since everything's mounted in leather, I'm hoping it'll be a little better. And personally, I don't know how to describe it, but with me, I take really good care of my stuff. Things usually don't fail or break under me. So if this does wear out, it's just a fault of the product, I would say. So I can definitely come back, I don't know how long, a month, 6 months, a year, and do an update on it. I mean, I'm not like some gunslinger, so I'm not going to be putting this through, you know, daily duty use or anything like that, but I'll probably even just wear it as a daily belt for a while, and then obviously for carry as well. So I'm thinking that the leather should be the strong point of this. I'm thinking if there's any issues, it'll probably either be the ratcheting mechanism or the ratchet track itself. So hoping that this leather is that good, and for the price it had better be. So I mean, it's pretty good looking here too. It does have more of a rigid shape to it. But again, I'll leave that there. I haven't seen any other videos on it, so this at least shows what you get, the composition of it. It does look like it's all leather. What this leather looks like, and this is the black one. You can try the other one too. If I'm really impressed with it and it holds up, I mean, maybe I would get the other one, but I don't think so. That was the issue with the cheaper ones. If they would fail, I didn't want to have to buy another one. So you're paying about double what a Nexbelt or a core belt would be for this specific one. But I'm hoping I get, you know, at least 5 years out of it. And then I would say that the price was worth it, and I may be interested in some other ones. But for now, this is where I'm at with this. I would recommend checking it out. If you had issues with other belts in the past, or you just want a really good one, it may be worth the money to get this. And I got this one on eBay. It is lower than MSRP. And if you have any coupons or eBay discounts or anything, that would be probably when you'd want to get it, unless you have no problem paying full price. But I'll leave it there. I'm pretty happy with it, and I just hope it holds up. So thanks for watching, and you'll see me in the next one. Have a good one.